Welcome to the semi-finals Mappool showcase. The first two teams have already been eliminated. Congratulations to all the teams that are still holding their ground. We have added another map to the Nomad pool, increasing its size to 7 maps. Have fun with yet another banger pool we are about to present to you.
The Mapper Spartan shows us a completely different side to Nomad 1 compared to Skyflame last week. This aim pick focuses a lot more on the further spread angles and the differentiating spacing. Also, we have a few bursts coming in again. Generally said, your cursor will not only have to go zoom, but you will have to control your cursor at least slightly.
Ooh, I bet some of you are happy to see this one. Originally made as a custom map for semi-finals of Corsair's Open 2022, Mazarin's brown-eyed beauty difficulty of Idene is a famous number 2 for its unique flame-heavy aspects of both linear and more standard 200 BPM stream shapes, with a lot of frightening sharp turns throughout most of the long streams. Along with having a lot of velocity changes, this map runs for just over 3 minutes, with an extreme hardcore in the last third of the map, accompanied by a gorgeous violin solo. Capping off with a cute little heart slider, because Russian death metal always needs a little love at the end.
With Tsutomayo becoming more and more popular amongst the Ozu community, it was given that one of her songs had to be pulled sooner or later in this tournament. This Nomad 3 focuses mostly on flowy patterns while still keeping some snappiness here and there. Enjoy the vibe!
Hunter gets hunted. Not only is Mia's div name perfect, but also the song choice for Nomad 4 as Beast by Culprit combines slider tech with finger control, including multiple extremely challenging ones such as fast cross screen sliders, cut streams and of course slider streams. The general velocity of the map is as ever changing as never before, so make sure to enjoy this pinnacle of tech mapping to the fullest.
Various shorter bursts, accompanied with a few kick sliders, await you in our Russian sound and speed pick. Call Me With You, mapped by Fergus, is a 240 BPM beast, just shy of 3 minutes strain time. For a good score, sheer tapping ability will definitely not be sufficient. Comfortability on those kind of maps is a must-have requirement.
In our no-mod AR8 reading pick, spacing and rhythm choice seem to be completely independent from each other. Utage, mapped by Ryusei Aika, is a relatively slow map, including a few odd and even numbered bursts, but it's mostly singles and sliders. That's all it needs though, because as we just mentioned, this map has very deceptive spacing. Bursts and singles, as well as consecutive doubles, can all have the exact same spacing and will push your visual reading to its limit. And by the way, if you SS this map, don't look at your 300 count.
Even more demanding than the top difficulty, Halgo's difficulty on Jazz's Rad requires a low amount of aim but a heavy amount of pattern processing and tapping control. The rhythm choices in this map are extremely unique and challenging, and in case you overtap, you are most likely punished with a miss and a note lock. Be sure to check this map out a few times before the match.
Hidden 1. Finally starting off our hidden pool with an aim consistency map. Do you know those awkward back and forths with 2 circles per side? Those, and squares, will out to most of the map, including occasional streams and other wide-angle patterns. In addition to your cursor having to snap to completely different angles and spacing all around, you'll also get a few stops, forcing you to completely stop right before the next cross-screen jump.
You Spin My World is a tune known to most Osu players. This AR8 difficulty map by Kyoran features a lot of perfect stacks and general overlaps, not just with singles but also sliders and smaller bursts or triples. As the song progresses, a few longer bursts appear and the map basically finishes off with a smaller stream part. Despite the low star rating, the leaderboard shows just how difficult of a map this is, especially with hidden only.
Ergosphere might be a short map, but it does pack a lot of punch in under 2 minutes. This map can be cut into 3 major parts essentially. The first half of the map focuses a lot on flow aim control, with slight finger control elements here and there. The second half starts off with a rhythm change on 1/3, and then it changes into our third part, which combines a lot of finger control and flow aim on 170 BPM.
Our first hardwood map is even further from our default aim maps as the previous stages. Kickback, map by Ilyas, has a few rather tapping heavy sections, including doubles, triples and 1/3 patterns, mixed with a lot of kick sliders, all on 204 BPM. But to top things off, the aim demon with all the awkward angles and velocity changes is still quite the challenge.
It's time for some Orientalism. For the CS 6.5 pick of this round, we brought Sakuro's Tasukare no Odoriba. This map probably has the simplest rhythm in the entire Mappool for this round, but the rhythm isn't where the difficulty lies. While the map seems to be rather slow and the majority of the spacing may not be too large, if you trip over the occasional high-spaced hexagon-shaped awkwardly angled accelerating and decelerating back and forth jumps, you'll have to pay a lot for your miss. Hope you won't let your aim to lose, especially since the high CS of this map will be working together to see you break.
In case you've played one of my tournaments before, you probably know this map from one of my hidden or number pools. But what if we put this in Hydrock? Haven Map Belavi, or formerly known as Wanko, is a challenge for your reading, pattern processing, flow aim, and finger as well as aim control all at once. The second half kicks it off with a slider heavy part which looks harder than it is, but it has the potential to throw you out of the rhythm. Make sure to play this map before your match and get used to the unique flow this map offers.
Jumps, bursts, 248 BPM, and AR 10.5? That's right, our semifinals DT1 is the first map in this tournament with an AR above 10.3 already. Apart from the approach rate, there is nothing difficult about the map with a length of just over 2 minutes. Get your genetic prodigies ready and begin to pop off and dominate the opposing team on the highest approach rate thus far.
Does anybody have a clue how to pronounce that song name? However, when you see Cena holding back the rank 1 on the leaderboard, you know the speed is about to get real. In addition to all those 264 BPM bursts, we can also see an approach rate of 10.3 as well. Make sure to buckle up, as only 3 people have been able to get a full combo score with DT so far.
Double Time 3. Even with just watching this, I'm not entirely sure what patterns are even and odd numbered. Being a mapped by line is probably a map a lot of you know, either from playing the map yourself or by seeing Cookie C's ridiculous score on this map. This 225 BPM map will challenge your stamina along with those relentless long bursts.
DT4 is gonna fill your soul with black gospel pop. Snappy alternate patterns and some aim control on AR 9.7 is what this map is about. A big but intended contrast to what Nomad 3 and Hard Rock 3 is.
Wait, this was mapped by one of the hosts? Nah, I'm just messing with you. This is an AR 9.1 CS 3.7 shift of Mir's famous bass difficulty of Bass Drop Freaks. Dropping down from AR 9.7 to an AR 9.1 will make this map a very dense, light tech reading challenge with a lot of scary cards to slider bursts that, with this AR, is a lot more dangerous. Along with that, having some triples and bursts with a lot of spacing and a few unconventional slider patterns peppered in for its entire 4.5 minute runtime. Whether or not the lower circle size convinces you to lean more towards picking Hard Rock, consistency is going to be absolutely key in this iconic map from OS World Cup 2018 Grand Finals.
And for Free Mod 2, to wrap up the poll this week, we have Goodbye Mr. Jack. This masterpiece map by Zova is quite the anti-mod. Not only is it extremely difficult on Hard Rock due to the rhythm control and accuracy it challenges, it is also quite difficult on Hidden, definitely being a practice map with the sudden overlaps and sudden rhythm changes that you have to face as well. I think every anti-mod player is going to be excited to play this map. It's been a while, so hope you guys enjoy.
Our final map in our semi-finals pool, the all-deciding tiebreaker Wisps of Nibble. Previously used as a second custom tiebreaker for Courses Open 2022, Mamillia made sure this amazing 200 BPM custom song was mapped in a way that would test a variety of skill sets to their absolute consistency. Cut streams, kick sliders, velocity changes in both sliders and streams, along with a lot of wide-angle jump hands and rhythm complexity. This consistently fast-paced tiebreaker will be the cherry on top to an already wonderfully intense match. Best of luck to all the teams destined to duke it out in the semi-finals. Until then, see you next week.